Hey everybody, this is Keegan here and welcome back to my channel, and I'm back with a brand new video for you guys. So recently I did my Blu-ray collection video, and a lot of you guys really seem to enjoy that video. And I said at the end of that video I was going to do my DVD collection next. So now I'm finally going to make my DVD collection video. So I have a lot of DVDs, which I'm not going to say too much of all the DVDs as I go by them. I'll just pull them out, might say a little thing about them and just move on. And I have not one, but two shelves of DVDs. And that's the other shelf. That shelf right there is the Blu-rays, which I showed in my Blu-ray collection video. Which, if you'd like to see my Blu-ray collection video, the link to that will be in the description. So, without further ado, let's start this video. And sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. So we're going to start off on the second shelf with the box sets that I have, starting with the Alien and Predator Total Destruction box set, which has Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, Predator, Predator 2, Alien vs. Predator, and Alien vs. Predator Requiem. First one's a classic. Aliens is a great sequel. I don't mind Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I don't mind them. Predator is great. Predator 2 is a pretty good sequel, but I like the first one the best. And the first Alien vs. Predator movie isn't very good, and Alien vs. Predator Requiem's alright. And then we have the Hunger Games 4 film collection set, which includes all 4 of the Hunger Games movies. I think the second one, what was it? Hunger Games Catching Fire is probably the best one. And then we have 6 Feet Under, the complete series box set, which is hands down my favorite show of all time. If you've never seen it, definitely check it out. It is a brilliant series. So now let's go back to the first shelf, and we'll come back to this shelf later on. Alright guys, so starting off on the first row of shelf 1, we have Pi. This is a really, really weird movie. I actually don't quite understand it. I might have to give it a second watch to understand it, but it's a really, really weird movie. It's a good movie, though. This is actually the first film directed by Darren Aronofsky, who also directed Black Swan and Requiem for a Dream. And then we have 28 Days Later and the sequel, 28 Weeks Later. 28 Days Later is a great zombie movie. It's one of my favorite zombie movies. 28 Weeks Later is not a bad sequel. Although I think the first one's better though, but it's not a bad sequel. Then we have Across the Universe. Great movie. I really enjoyed this movie. I'm not really too big into musicals, but this movie was really good. I really enjoyed it. It's the movie that really got me into the Beatles. The Beatles is one of my favorite bands of all time, even though all the songs in this movie are covers of Beatles songs, but it's a great movie though nonetheless. American Beauty, I really enjoyed this movie. I watched it for the first time last summer and I really enjoyed it. Some people say this movie hasn't really aged well. I disagree. I think the movie's just fine the way it is. But other than that, it's a great movie. Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, I haven't checked it out yet. The Aviator, a really great movie from Martin Scorsese, one of my favorite directors. And then we have the Back to the Future 30th Anniversary Trilogy, which comes with all 3 of the Back to the Future movies. The first one's the best. The sequels are pretty good, though, but I think the first one's the best. Beautiful Mind, good movie. Beavis and Butthead Do America, hilarious movie if you like the TV show. I recommend it. Blair Witch Project and Book of Shadows Blair Witch 2. Blair Witch Project is a classic, and Book of Shadows Blair Witch 2 is garbage. I hated it. First one's good, though. Boyhood. I've only seen this movie once about 4 years ago. I really enjoyed it. I'd love to give this movie a second watch someday. This is a really good movie. Brooklyn's Finest. I haven't checked it out yet. The Butterfly Effect. I've only seen this movie once about a few years ago. I remember really enjoying it. It's kind of a weird movie, but I enjoy it though. I'll probably give it a second watch someday. I know there are 2 sequels to it, but I'm avoiding it. I hear they're garbage. Catch Me If You Can. Haven't checked it out yet. Case 39. Also haven't checked it out yet, although I hear this movie is supposed to be pretty mediocre. Cloverfield, good movie. I do have 10 Cloverfield Lane on Blu-ray. You might remember me showing that in the Blu-ray collection video. The Conjuring, pretty good ghost movie. It's a really creepy movie. I don't have the sequel, but I'll probably get it someday. Crash, I haven't checked it out yet. Criminal, not a bad movie. I know that this is actually the remake of a movie that came out in Argentina called Nine Queens. I haven't checked it out, but I hear that movie's supposed to be better. But this one is not bad. Darkest Hour, pretty good movie. Defiance, good movie. Divergent, and the sequels, the Divergent series, Insurgent, and Allegiant. First one's pretty good, the second one's okay, and the third one isn't very good. There was actually supposed to be a fourth one to come out after Allegiant, but the Allegiant bombed at the box office, so they canceled it. Then we have Donnie Darko, and Donnie Darko, the director's cut. Donnie Darko is one of my all-time favorite movies. If you've never seen this movie, please do yourself a favor and check it out. It's a great movie. It's a really weird movie, too. It's one of those movies you're going to have to watch more than once to understand it. And it's just a great movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Some people don't like the director's cut version. I don't mind the director's cut, but the theatrical version will always be the better version of the movie. Then we have The Dreamers. Pretty good movie. And for those wondering, this is the R-rated version, not the NC-17 rated version. The NC-17 version of it is really hard to find. It's out of print. Edward Scissorhands, pretty good Tim Burton movie. Elizabeth, pretty good movie. Enemy at the Gates, pretty good war movie. The Evil Dead, the first one. I don't have the other Evil Dead movies. I'll probably get them someday. I bought this one at Goodwill a few years ago. But it's a good movie. I enjoy it. The Expendables 3. This one was okay. Not as good as the first one, but it's okay. I like the first one the best. Fast Food Nation. This one was alright. I also bought this one at a Goodwill a while back. Fighting, this one's not bad. Foxcatcher, good movie. Fury, pretty good war movie. And the last one for this row, we have Get Out. I enjoyed this one. I thought this one was pretty good. It's a really good movie. I enjoyed it. I didn't really care for the other movie that Jordan Peele directed, Us. I didn't really care for it. And now onto the second row, we have Get Him to the Greek. I haven't checked it out yet. Then we have Ghostbusters 1 and 2, both good movies. I used to have the remake from 2016 on DVD, but I threw it out because I hated that movie so much. It was garbage. I hope the next Ghostbusters movie will be much better than that crappy remake. And then we have Austin Powers Goldmember. This is the third one. Not as good as the first two, but it's not bad. I like the first two better. Gran Torino, that's a great movie. Grandma's Boy, pretty good comedy. Gremlins and Gremlins 2, the new batch. First one's good and the second one is pretty good, but I like the first one better. The second one isn't bad though. Then we have The Grudge 2, and The Grudge 3. First one is pretty good. I don't like the second one or the third one. And I hear the new Grudge movie that came out recently is supposed to be really, really bad, so I'm probably going to avoid seeing that one. But the first one is pretty good, though. Then we have Hairspray, the remake with John Travolta. This one's pretty good. I haven't seen the original, though. Then we have Halloween, the original. The only Halloween movie that I own. I'll get the other Halloween movies someday, but this is a classic. Hamlet, this is a really long movie. This is 242 minutes, which is 4 hours long, but despite its long running time, it's a good movie. I enjoyed it. And we have A History of Violence, pretty good movie. And we have Hostel and Hostel Part 2. They're not great movies, but I don't know. I have some fun watching them. Although they are pretty graphic, and I think the second one is a lot more graphic than the first one. And if you are squeamish when it comes to gore, I'd recommend you avoid the second one because the second one is pretty nasty. But they're not bad. They are decent movies. House of Flying Daggers, I haven't checked it out yet. I Heart Huckabees. Really underrated movie. I really enjoyed it. I thought this one was pretty good. It's kind of weird though. iRobot, pretty good movie. The Iron Giant, also a pretty good movie. Jackass the movie. This movie's hilarious. I'll get the other Jackass movies some days. I hear there's a new Jackass movie supposed to be coming out next year. Hopefully that'll be good. Jumanji, good movie. I don't have the other Jumanji movies. I'll probably check them out someday. Then we have the Jurassic Park collection, which comes with the first 4 Jurassic Park movies, including Jurassic World. Not a bad set. The first Jurassic Park movie is the best, though. Joy, I enjoyed that movie. I just gotta put the... There we go, it's back in. The King's Speech, great movie. I've only seen it once. I'd like to give it a second watch someday. This one was really good. Kingsman: The Secret Service, surprisingly a good movie. I wasn't sure if this movie was going to be good at first when it first came out. I actually really enjoyed it. I thought this was a good movie. I don't have the sequel, but I have seen it. It's okay. I hope the third one will be good. The King's Man or something, I believe is what it's going to be called. It's going to be the prequel from what I know. Kinsey, not a bad movie. Good performance from Liam Neeson in that movie, though. Last House in the Woods, not very good. I bought this one at a Goodwill, and not a very good movie. Lean on Me, good movie. I don't think much people really know about this movie these days. This movie came out in '89, and it had Morgan Freeman in it. This one's actually a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it. He plays as like a school principal or something. It's a good movie. The Lego Batman movie, pretty good movie. I like the Lego movie better though. The Longest Yards, this one's pretty good. Lord of War, one of Nicolas Cage's better movies. This is actually a really good movie, actually. The Man from U.N.C.L.E., surprisingly a good movie. I enjoyed that one. Marie Antoinette, I haven't checked it out yet. Me, Myself, and Irene, I also haven't checked it out yet. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. This movie is hilarious. That's a really funny movie. Monster, this is a really good one. Charlize Theron plays as Eileen Wuornos, who was a serial killer back in the late 80s. And overall, just a really, really good movie, actually. I enjoyed it. Million Dollar Baby, I haven't checked it out yet. I know, I haven't seen a lot of these movies. I should really give these movies a watch someday. And I will. Don't worry, I'll give them a watch someday. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I haven't seen this movie in a long time, but I remember this one being pretty good. And then we have, the last one for this row, we have Munich. I haven't checked it out yet. Now on to the third row, we have Mystic River. Good movie. I have read the book that it was based on. The book is also really good. No Country for Old Men. Great movie. I'd like to find that on Blu-ray someday. Panic Room. I recently picked this one up a few weeks ago. I still haven't watched it yet. Poltergeist, the original. Good movie. I don't have the sequels. I'll get them someday. I hated the remake of Poltergeist. I thought the remake was garbage. Pride and Prejudice. Haven't checked it out yet. And then we have The Purge. The Purge Anarchy. And The Purge Election Year. And I don't have the fourth one. The first Purge. Maybe I'll get it someday. I'm not sure though. First one's pretty good. The second one is probably the best in my opinion, and Election Year was okay. Like I said, I haven't seen the fourth one yet, but maybe I'll check it out someday. I'm not sure though. Ray, really good movie with Jamie Foxx as Ray Charles. Requiem for a Dream, one of the most depressing movies ever made, and one of the many reasons I will never do drugs. And yeah, really sad movie, but a really, really good movie. Kind of a hard to watch movie though. The Ring, good movie. The sequels are garbage. And this is a bonus disc that came with the ring. Rings, The Circle of Fear is Growing. I actually haven't checked it out yet. Probably check it out someday. Road to Perdition. Really underrated movie. I thought this one was really good. This was Paul Newman's last movie he was in, and then he retired. And overall, just a really, really good mobster kind of movie. The Rock. Good movie. One of Nicolas Cage's good movies, I'd say. Rogue. Pretty good killer crocodile movie. Saved. Really underrated movie, in my opinion. I really enjoyed this movie, although it's not one of my favorite movies, but I enjoy it for what it is. I think it's a pretty good movie. It's a pretty funny movie, too. The Secret Life of Bees. I haven't checked it out yet. Sexy Beast. I also haven't checked it out yet. I'll probably check it out pretty soon, though. I hear this one's supposed to be pretty good. I think this movie might be getting a TV show adaptation. I'm not sure, though. I think it might. The Simpsons movie. Hilarious movie. Snatch. Great movie. Great second movie from Guy Ritchie. I saw Guy Ritchie's newest movie, The Gentleman, a few weeks ago. I thought it was pretty good. South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. This movie's hilarious. And I like the TV show. I watch it sometimes. Spaceballs. This movie's hilarious. Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. These are the Sam Raimi movies. The first one's good. The second one is a great sequel. And I don't mind the third one. I know some people don't like the third one, but I don't mind the third movie. I think the third movie is good for what it is. Split, pretty good movie. I also have Unbreakable, but you'll see that in a little bit. I do have Glass, which was the follow-up to Unbreakable and Split, and I didn't really like it. I have it on Blu-ray, but I don't really like that movie, though. Stand By Me, haven't checked it out yet. Stigmata, also haven't checked it out yet. I think there's a Scream Factory release of this movie on Blu-ray, but I'm not sure, though. The Strangers, yet again, I also haven't seen it yet. Probably will give it a watch someday. Super 8, this is a really, really good movie, actually. I recommend it if you like the TV show Stranger Things. It kind of reminds me a little bit of that show, Stranger Things. But really good sci-fi movie. I think it's pretty good. There Will Be Blood. I've only seen it once. I'd like to give it a second watch someday. It's a good movie. I enjoy it. 13. I really enjoyed this movie. It's one of my favorite movies, although it's not really a perfect movie, but I enjoy this movie for what it is. And it's not a happy movie. It's a sad movie, but it's actually surprisingly a really good movie, actually. Really good for a low-budget movie, low-budget indie movie. And then we have The Transporter. I enjoyed this one when I was younger, and I still enjoy it to this day. I don't have the sequels, but I'll get them someday. And then we have True Romance. I bought this one at a yard sale a few years ago. Great movie. I'd like to find a Blu-ray version of this movie. I know it's hard to find, but I'm sure I'll find it someday. Just a great movie, though. True Romance. Trumbo, good movie. Unbreakable, I really enjoyed this movie. V for Vendetta, I also really enjoy it. And I do have the comic book that this movie was based on my book in my shelf where I keep my books in my closet. The comic book's also really good. The Visit, this one was all right. The Village, I didn't really like this movie at all. I just thought it wasn't very good. And I thought the plot twist at the end was kind of stupid. Wanted, such an underrated movie. I really enjoyed this one. I thought this one was really underrated. And the last one for this row is Waiting. Pretty good comedy. It's kind of like Clerks, except it's in a restaurant. And on the last row for the first shelf, we have Waking Life. I've seen bits and pieces of this movie. I haven't finished it yet, but I remember it being really good from what I've seen. It's a really trippy movie, though, but it's a really good movie. Wayne's World, I haven't seen it yet. We Were Soldiers, pretty good war movie with Mel Gibson. What About Bob? And the last movie we have on DVD is Wreck-It Ralph. Good movie. I do have the sequel, Ralph Breaks the Internet, on Blu-ray. You might remember me showing that in my Blu-ray collection video. But this is a good movie. I think I like it better than the second one. The second one's good though. And now onto my TV shows. Starting off, we have American Crime Story, The People vs. O.J. Simpson. Great miniseries. Well, the great first season of American Crime Story. I don't have the second season. I'll probably get it someday. And then we have Better Call Saul Season 1, Season 2, and Season 3. I do have Season 4 on Blu-ray. This is the spin-off to Breaking Bad and also the prequel to Breaking Bad. Great show. Although I do think Breaking Bad's a much better show, but this show is still good. And I'm actually on season 5 because it recently just started. I think the third season just aired last night. I haven't watched it yet though, but the fifth season's currently on the air at the time when this video was recorded. But anyways, moving on, we have Californication, the first season, the complete second season, the third season, fourth season. Stuck tight. I'll just leave it out. And also the complete fifth season. I do not have seasons 6 or 7 yet because I'm actually still on season 4. I recently started it up recently, but I will get the last 2 seasons someday. And Californication's a good show, although it's not one of my favorite shows, but I enjoy that show for what it is. I think it's pretty funny. And then we have Curb Your Enthusiasm, the complete first season, the complete second season, the complete third season, the complete fourth season, fifth season, sixth season, seventh season, and the 8th season. I don't have season 9, but I will get season 9 someday. And I know this show is currently on its 10th season. I actually still haven't seen season 9 yet. I think I'll probably rewatch this whole series someday because it's been a good couple of years since I last watched Curb Your Enthusiasm. And I kind of want to catch up on it because I know the new season's supposed to be really good. So anyways, next up we have Dexter, the first season. Dexter, the second season. The third season. Fourth season. Fifth season. 6th season. And the 7th season. I don't have the 8th season yet because I'm on the 6th season. And Dexter's a good show. I enjoy it. Although I think the first 4 seasons are the best seasons. The 5th season's pretty good. The 6th season, which I'm currently on, is pretty good. And I remember the 7th season being okay. I didn't really like the last season, but I'll get the last season someday. But for now, I just own the first 7 seasons on a DVD. And then we have Mad Men Season 1. I haven't checked it out, but I hear it's supposed to be a really good show. I'll probably check it out someday. And then we have Nurse Jackie Season 1, Nurse Jackie Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, and Season 5, which leads us to the second row. I mean, not the second row, the second shelf, which now we're going to go to the second shelf. And now onto the second shelf, we have Nurse Jackie Season 6 and Nurse Jackie Season 7. Really good show. This is the only medical show I really enjoy. This was a Showtime show. I recommend it. It's a really good show. I enjoy it. Good show with Edie Falco, who you might know her from The Sopranos. She played as Carmilla. I think that's how you say her name. But she was Carmilla on that show. And The Sopranos is a really good show. But Nurse Jackie, I recommend it. It's a really great show. And then we have one of my favorite shows of all time, and that's Seinfeld. We have seasons 1 and 2, season 3, season 4, season 5, season 6, season 7, season 8, and season 9. And Seinfeld's just a great show. It's a great sitcom. I think it might be coming on Netflix next year, but I'm not sure though. And lastly, we have Another really great show, and that's Sons of Anarchy. We have Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, Season 5, Season 6, and the final season, Season 7. Really, really great show. I haven't checked out the spin-off series Mayans MC, but I hear it's supposed to be okay. But Sons of Anarchy is a really, really great show. So anyways, there you guys have it. That's my DVD collection. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please leave a like, please leave a comment below, and subscribe for more videos like this. And if you'd like to check out my Blu-ray collection, the link to that will be in the description down below. But anyways, thanks again for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. And until next time, this is Keegan Shepard signing off. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.